when it comes to actually setting up a YouTube channel, right, it's either going to be a 1 or a 2-step process for you, depending on what you already have. So again, I'm not going to walk us through this as I did with Facebook, as we have quite a bit to go through on this lesson. And I would also want to show you guys a few examples and case studies, but just want to quickly explain the process here. So first off, YouTube is owned by Google. So in order to create a channel on YouTube, you first need to have a Google account. So if you don't already have one, you just need to set one of those up, which you can do through the YouTube homepage. If you already have a Gmail account, then you already have this step completed. Now, once you have your Google account and you're signed into YouTube, you can then create a new channel. And there are options for personal channels that you can set up, or a channel with a business organization or brand name as well. You would simply go to the menu button on the left-hand side of the screen and then click on My Channel. It will then ask if you want to create a new channel and put in your name. So pretty straightforward, very, very easy to do that. And similar to Facebook and Insights, guys, and Google Analytics, there are also YouTube Analytics available to people with a channel too. So you can also go on, measure the impact of what you're doing, and get a lot of information back from the platform as well, okay? So one more note on that. Once you create a channel and you're going to start uploading videos, right, similar to search engine optimization, right, because I mentioned that YouTube is actually the second largest search engine behind Google, you will also need to make sure you are optimizing your videos properly so that they can be found by the people who are looking for them. I do talk to a lot of students who create amazing content with video, and once I look at their page, I realize where one of the problems is, why they're not getting traffic, okay? Because when you upload a video, you will be taken to the screen while the video is processing, all right? And there are a few things that you want to focus on to make sure that you're giving yourself and your content the absolute best chance to be seen. First, you want to add an attractive title. When people are searching for information and we want them to find us, this title is very important. So don't just call things video 1, video 2, first upload, things like that, okay? Make sure you give an attractive title that will make people want to view it, you know, and feel free to include the word video in your title as well. All right, your description. Again, this needs to capture what your video is about. The description is also used when people are searching for videos on certain things. So make sure you're giving a good description for your video. And lastly down here, you want to make sure you are putting in good tags for your video as well. By optimizing these 3 things and having an attractive title, a good description, and effective keywords, you will be putting yourself in a better position to be found. And guys, this is relevant certainly both to individual vloggers as well as videos that are being put up by brands, okay? So I will go ahead now and move on to some points for vloggers, but I just saw a quick question there that looks like it might be applicable to what we're talking about. Ursula, so you would need a video content marketing strategy because 1, it's more compelling, 2, it leads to more leads, and 3, social media is using more and more videos. I don't know if that was a question or if you were telling me, Ursula, but yes, that's absolutely correct, okay? So guys, adding video into your marketing strategy, specifically content, it does give you another level, right? It makes you more compelling. It can lead to conversions. And social media, as we looked at, is also taking into account the rise of video with everything that they're doing, okay? So there's absolutely very, very good points there. So now that we've talked about the rise of video, right, and looked at the type of growth that this space is seeing, and we also looked at how mobility is playing quite a large role in that, I do want to talk to you a bit about vlogging, right? Vlogging is something that can be done by individuals and also, of course, businesses as well. All right, so a vlog, guys, it's essentially a blog that comes in the form of a video, right? You know, and it really serves the same purpose. It's designed to give you the opportunity to gain influence, establish your brand, be found on the internet, and generate traffic. And certainly it still serves our main goal, which is to generate revenue online. And also, when we talked about building audiences through our content and through blogging and social platforms, you know, we said the audience themselves can actually be of value. And the same is true of vlogging, where there are direct opportunities for monetization on YouTube directly, okay? So this definition, pretty straightforward, guys. A vlog equals a video blog. Now, when it comes to vlogging, there are many examples that we can turn to which point to the success of individual vloggers and the influence and avenues of monetization that they have, right? YouTube personalities have become a real force to be reckoned with, and oftentimes these people are creating entertaining and valuable vlogs they might be better known than some of the more traditional celebrities out there, right? This is a really huge space where people can be very successful as long as they're creating genuine and valuable content. They can gain the audiences that allow them to be successful. And it really transcends almost any industry you can think of, right? You have vloggers like Zoella and her 11.5 million subscribers. And she vlogs mostly about fashion and beauty, and she works with a number of brands and companies that are in this space. You have vloggers like Jack's Gap, is an excellent travel-inspired vlog, over 4 million subscribers. There are a number of really good food-inspired vlogs out there as well. One of the more entertaining ones is Epic Mealtime. They currently have around 7 million subscribers. And then we have one of my favorite vloggers named Casey Neistat with over 6 million subscribers. Now, Casey, just at the end of last year, actually took a step away from doing his daily vlog. He has a media company, which was essentially kind of what his vlog and his brand was based around. And it was actually just purchased by CNN for $25 million. But really, they did this because they want him to come on board. So he's going to be working with CNN on some new projects. So it wasn't just the selling of the company, but rather a new opportunity and a new avenue for him to move into, okay? So he does actually still create and post videos on YouTube, just not the same as the daily vlogging that he was doing in the past. Then, guys, you also have YouTube megastars, such as this man who goes by the handle PewDiePie and is 52 million plus subscriber. Now, PewDiePie's estimated earnings last year were $15 million. And this is off the back of vlogging and being a YouTube personality and gaining that valuable audience. He started basically doing commentary and reviews of video games and creating an engaging channel around the industry and building up a following. And he's now moved on to other things, such as his own video game and creation studio, and he also does some producing for the YouTube pay channel, which is YouTube Red. So a number of YouTube personalities, such as PewDiePie, Casey Neistat, they built up a very valuable audience, which they were monetizing along the way, and then leverage that success to move on to new ventures and new opportunities, okay? So that is certainly a very, very big part of it. And guys, sorry, I know lots of questions coming in. If I don't answer them now, please certainly hold fire to the Q&A, and we'll try to catch as many of those as we can, okay? All right, guys, so I just want to take a look quickly at the advertising side of this for a moment. And what I mean here is the type of revenue that you can generate through the success of videos that you create and put on YouTube. So not from the perspective of someone actively marketing on YouTube, but rather simply as a content creator, okay? So this will explain where some, not all, but some of the revenue that these guys made while they're creating their daily content on the channel, right? And there are other sources of revenue which we'll look at too. But I'm sure we're all aware of the adverts that we see on various videos when we're watching them on YouTube, right? Now, prices vary for advertisers to advertise on these channels. And generally, advertisers are able to, similar to Facebook, target their ads based on certain aspects like age, location, people looking at specific videos or specific interests and things of that nature. So as someone who's creating video content, if you can build up a healthy following and get people viewing your content in your channel regularly, well, that's something that becomes really valuable to advertisers. So that first picture is an example of what we call a true view advert, which is the type of ad that you see streaming just before your video begins. One of the more common ones. Usually these are going to be ones that you can skip after 5 seconds. Looking here quickly, you can see some of the variety of ad types that you might be seeing. So you have display ads, usually going to be on the side of the screen, overlay ads, which appear in front of your video. Often you can X out of those after a certain period of a few seconds as well. And then there are the skipping video ads that we were just talking about. Then you also have the more premium ads, right? Such as true view ads, which cannot actually be skipped. Sometimes they're really long ones that can't be skipped as well. And then there's something called YouTube cards, which are going to be those links that you will see appear at certain points when you're watching a video. Sometimes they may appear for just a few seconds, or they might stick around for a bit longer. So all these different types of ads that you might see and the different levels of them, they will have different costs to the advertiser who is getting those placed on or around video content. Now, it is important to note that YouTube does take about 45% of the revenue generated by these adverts. And if we look at the actual amount that is being paid by advertisers to the creators and to YouTube, and this is just an average, guys, there's lots of things that go into this, ranging from the type of content and audience and following, but that average is right around $2 per 1,000 views. So just as an exercise, when you get a chance later, go and have a look at some of your favorite YouTube videos and take a look at how many views they've received and see what they maybe were perhaps earning off those videos. But do remember that about 45% is actually going to be going to YouTube, okay? But this at least gives you a sense of the type of money that can be made here with this. And on the flip side, you can, of course, advertise on your own created videos as well, okay? And Shane, yeah, do you ever notice that the ads on YouTube always work perfectly? Let the video might constantly buffer. Yeah, money talk, Shane. I'll agree with you on that one.